Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And in this video we're going to be making this sweet little card made with the Happiness Surrounds stamp set that is part of the Snowflake Showcase available in November 2018 from Stampin' Up! While supplies last. So there is a holiday, winter, or Christmas themed stamp set in this collection, along with a beautiful set of framelits. And then there is this everyday stamp set, Happiness Surrounds, where the framelits also, or the thinlits rather, also coordinate with this. But today we're just going to be making a simple card, and I'm using another two of my punches for the sentiment. So let's get started. All right. For the card base, I have a piece of Coastal Cabana cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and we're just going to match these corners up and give it a good crease with our bone folder. I have been drawn to this Coastal Cabana Flirty Flamingo combination several times now. I just grab for it every time. It's soft and pretty, and I just love the combination. Okay, so the layer that goes on top of this is cut at 4 by 5.25, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that on that using this large little blossom image here. This is what it looks like on the cover. And we're creating a background, really. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper and put it underneath. And let's see, probably good to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat with photopolymer. It gives a little bit of extra cushion. So let's do that. All right. Let me get some Coastal Cabana ink. And when I start, I'm going to start in the center. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to measure anything. Just ink up your stamps, and when you have a larger stamp like this, if you'll lay your block down face up with a stamp face up and then apply the ink like this, it's a little easier. All right, so let's go into the middle of this. Okay. And then I'm going to lift up. Love it. Okay, I just re-inked my Coastal Cabana pad, so it's a little brighter than what I had before, but that's okay. I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to do about a half. I'm going to go in the half center of that open piece in the stamp, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, we're going to say that's a wreath, and we're going to stamp about half of it up here, and I think I'm going to do where the top of the center of the wreath. Okay, that works. And there's not really a right or wrong way. I'm just trying to judge so that it's more symmetrical than not. Okay, see, that looks good. All right, now let's do the two bottom corners. So I'm going to come and try to do basically the same thing. Okay. And let's do it again over here. I'm going to slide this over just a bit. And there we go. Okay. Looks good. So now we're going to add a touch of Flirty Flamingo. And there's a small blossom right here. This one I'm using. And I'm going to get my Flirty Flamingo ink and ink that up in the center of each one of the wreaths, I'll call it. So let's ink this up, and then at the top here I'm going to do the center of the flower along the edge of the cardstock. Just something to judge it by. Center of there. Okay, that works. And then here, we're just going to go right in the middle. It looks like I got a little bit of ink there, but that's okay. Let's see. And one over here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. I'm going to change the orientation of my card because I got a little too enthusiastic and my ink pad is really juicy, so some of the ink got on my block. So I'm going to try to cover up that little mistake there, okay? So I have a piece of the Bright's Designer Series paper stack in Flirty Flamingo. I'm using this dot, and I'm going to close this before I have a catastrophe. And let's see, I'm going to take the pretty label punch. Alright, punch that out, and that's going to go right there. See, I'm going to cover that up. Then I have a piece of Whisper White that I'm going to take and stamp the Hello Friends sentiment. And I'm going to do it close to the edge here, but I want to have enough room where I can punch my 1-inch circle with this old style 1-inch circle punch. Punch that out. I'm through with this ink, and so let me get it over here. And I'm not going to re-ink this. In fact, I'm going to stamp off one more time, and then I'm going to stamp over top of that sentiment just to give it a little bit of color, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to take some snail adhesive and go over the back. And I have some of this tea time ribbon in Coastal Cabana, and I am going to make a faux bow. So I'm going to loop it like this and just come around the back and make another loop over here. Just like that. And then let's give it a good cut. Oh, I hear thunder outside. Cut that off. All right, now I'm going to take a Stampin' Dimensional, one of the big ones, and put it in the center of that bow on the back. Let me move this scrap paper out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to, it's going to go over top. Just like that. And then I can put that right there, and it's going to be just fine, and it's going to cover up that ink. I could have turned it over and stamped it again, but I don't need to. I can fix it just like that. Alright, so for the center of the flowers, I have my glitter enamel dots from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And I'm going to use these middle-sized dots here and just put it in the middle of those Flirty Flamingo flowers. Just like that. I'm going to include all 5 of them. So it's a little off-center on these flowers that are partial, but that's okay. I like the look of it. Okay, that part is done. Now we can go ahead and attach it to our card base. And it's just, this one's going to be landscape style, which is perfectly fine. And I'm just going to center it over top, and we have a sweet card for a friend. A little different than the first, but that's okay. fix the little mistake I made, and it's good to go. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Visit my website at inkandinspirations.com, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.